There's so many times in my walk with Christ where I knew the solution to not get tempted, and yet I want to do it. Actually, majority of the times when I fell into sin, it wasn't because I didn't know how to avoid it or I didn't have the strength. It's because I genuinely didn't want to. The moment that changed everything to the point where I stopped giving in to temptation is when I started focusing more on making sin less appealing. And the word talks about how our treasures is where our desires come from, meaning whatever we see as valuable is what we'll desire. I realized that the reason why I was falling into this sin over and over is not because of my strength, it's because I desired. That's what the devil will do. He will make sin look appealing. He did the same trick with Adam and Eve to get them to eat from the tree. He made it appealing by saying it would give them the knowledge that God had. And so what I started doing is not just telling myself that I shouldn't be falling into lust, but constantly convincing myself that sin isn't appealing. Because the main reason why I continued to give in to lust is because I really didn't know why I should cut it off. Like, I didn't feel any different after giving in. I didn't see how it was damaging my mind at all. The only reason I really wanted to stop is because it says so in the word, and I felt guilty after doing it. But what makes sin less appealing is when you find something more satisfying. When you actually start walking in your purpose and being fulfilled through Christ, that is when sin becomes less appealing. And that's why when I was always focused on bettering myself, I wanted to fall into temptation. Also building a true, genuine relationship with God to the point where you know he's real. Because now every single time you get a lustful thought, it feels like you're cheating on God. And so that's why it's so important to always keep your focus on God. Because when you start watching things that distract you away from God, things that normalize sin, it makes it more appealing. But when you're constantly feeding yourself with the word and things that sharpen you, that is when sin won't look as appealing. And so make sure that you're guarding your heart so that you don't start getting that desire to give in to temptation. Because the devil will deceive you if you get caught lacking, because he's always prowling around like a roaring lion. And if you want full self-control over your body, make sure you leave a follow. So y'all stay blessed.